in Kajuru as mere falsehood, which is being peddled by conflict entrepreneurs to want to cause chaos in Kaduna State. Addressing reporters after the State Security Council meeting at Sakashim Ibrahim House on Monday, the police commissioner challenged anyone to list the names of kidnapped victims and their particulars. Alhaji Muhammad Rabiu warned rumor mongers to desist from trying to derail the prevailing peace in Kaduna State, threatening the full wrath of the law will be visited on such merchants of falsehood. Confusion continues to trail the long-delayed second runway project of the Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport, Abuja, following the federal government's decision to allocate just 10 million naira to the project in the 2026 budget, despite previous estimates placing the cost as high as 532 billion naira. The allocation was made through the Ministry of Aviation and Aerospace Development under Minister Festus Keyamo and formed part of the 2026 budget proposals presented to the National Assembly by President Bola Tinubu. The move has raised concerns about the federal government's commitments to the project, which has remained unrealized for more than a decade. The second runway was first announced in April 2009 under the then Minister of Aviation Babatunde Omotoba at an estimated cost of 64 billion naira. A contract was later signed with the China Civil Engineering Construction Corporation under former Minister Ading Sirika, and by 2023 the project cost had increased to 90 billion naira. The federal government has urged young Nigerian innovators to take advantage of artificial intelligence (AI) in tackling the country's socio-economic challenges, saying the technology presents fresh opportunities for growth, innovation, and job creation. The Minister of Communications, Innovation and Digital Economy, Bosun Tijani, made the call while speaking with journalists after delivering the Distinguished Personality Lecture series at Obafemi Awolowo University, Ile-Ife. He said young people must make deliberate efforts to understand how AI works and apply its potential to national development, adding that the future of Nigeria depends on innovators who are ready to build solutions to real problems. The Strategy, Conflict Resolution and Mobilization Committee of the All Progressive Congress (APC) held its inaugural meeting on Monday in Abuja, barely weeks after it was inaugurated by President Bola Tinubu. According to reports, the meeting took place at the Yobe State Governor's Lodge in the Federal Capital Territory and was hosted by the committee's chairman and Governor of Yobe State, Mai Malabuni. Several governors and top party leaders attended a closed-door meeting, underscoring the importance of ruling party attached to the committee's mandate. Those present included Governors Hope Uzodinma of Imo State, Siminalayi Fubara of Rivers State, Saint Alia of Benue State, Sharif Owobori of Delta State, Obasani of Kaduna State, and Biodo Yebanji of Ekiti State. Meanwhile, former presidential candidate of the New Nigeria People's Party (NNPP), Senator Rabiu Musa Kwakwanso, is currently holding talks with leading opposition figures ahead of the 2027 general elections. Speaking to leadership, a highly placed source within Kwakwanso's inner circle disclosed that the former Kano State governor has been engaging key opposition leaders in an effort to build a united political front against the ruling party. According to the source, Kwakwanso has been in discussions with Labour Party's 2023 presidential candidate Peter Obi, former Minister of Transportation Chibuike Amechi, and leaders of African Democratic Congress (ADC). And now to business. The Nigerian Export Promotion Council (NEPC) says it is targeting effective, sustained growth in non-oil exports in 2026, citing reforms, market expansion, and strengthened exporter development initiatives. Mrs. Noye Ayeni, Executive Director of NEPC, said this at a conference on the 2025 non-oil exports performance and 2026 outlook on Monday in Abuja. Ayani said that the sector showed consolidation and structural adjustment during 2025. And now on the entertainment scene, Nollywood actress Mercy Johnson has revealed that her children are being bullied in school due to the false narratives about her circulating on social media. She made the disclosure on Monday while speaking about the damaging effect of misinformation spread online. Her remarks come days after she faced backlash for arresting a TikToker who allegedly defamed her and her husband, with a rumor said to have been amplified by popular blogger Kuti Jones. Explaining her decision in a video shared on her Instagram page, Mercy said trolls have labeled her a witch online, leading to her children being targeted by their peers. She wants netizens to keep the family's name out of their discussions and alleged that some Nigerian blogs publishing false stories about her are owned by our colleagues.
If you use your handle, your face to allege, you will prove. So just be certain that I still have many more cases since you guys have chosen that is how you want my 2026 to be. Because I'm not going to allow my kids to get bullied because of your lies. You don't have any money to give to any journalist for you to write what you want to write. But I'm happy that in everything you guys have written, even in your heart of hearts, you know, I'm not following it. I not deal with you. And that's why the highest lie you can bring out is all of these stories you keep telling. Because you know that my hands are clean. I am clean. If I'm not, come out and say it. So throw your stones all you want, but whoever alleges will have to prove.
Meanwhile, Sarah Martins has been rushed to the hospital after suffering a frightening health breakdown that left her momentarily unable to move parts of her body. The Asaba-based actress shared details of the incident from her hospital bed, revealing that the experience left her convinced that she might be lifeless. And in sports, the Nigerian Super Eagles have climbed to third place in Africa and retained 38th position globally in the latest FIFA Men's World Rankings released on Monday. According to reports, the Eagles moved up from 5th to 3rd in Africa after an impressive performance at the 2025 Africa Cup of Nations AFCON in Morocco, where they finished 3rd overall. Nigeria now ranks behind AFCON finalists Senegal and Morocco, who are placed 19th and 11th respectively in the global standings. In spite of the continental rise, Nigeria remained 38th worldwide in the January 2026 FIFA rankings, reflecting stability rather than global progress. Meanwhile, Amaju Pinnick has said he has no ambition to return as the president of the Nigerian Football Federation (NFF). There have been rumors circulating that Pinnick is eyeing a third term. However, the 55-year-old has now said he has no plans to contest again. And finally, on the foreign scene, U.S. President Donald Trump continued to assert U.S. interest in the takeover of Greenland ahead of traveling to Davos for the World Economic Forum in Switzerland. Furthermore, the U.S. president posted on Truth Social a screenshot of the messages he said was a note from French President Emmanuel Macron. According to the screenshot posted by Trump, Macron apparently told the U.S. president that he could set up a G7 meeting after Davos on Thursday and invite the Ukrainians, the Danish, the Syrians, and the Russians to participate on the margins of the meeting, and also invited Trump to have dinner with him in Paris. Now, to end Ayoba News, a quick reminder of our major stories. We told you in our bulletin that Ekiti State government has reaffirmed its unwavering commitment to the welfare, dignity and well-being of pensioners in the state through deliberate, transparent and sustained interventions since the inception of the current administration. We also told you in our bulletin that confusion continues to trail the long-delayed second runway project at the Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport, Abuja, following the federal government's decision to allocate just 10 million naira to the project in the 2026 budget, despite previous estimates placing its cost as high as 532 billion naira. We also told you that the federal government has urged young Nigerians innovators to take advantage of artificial intelligence (AI) in tackling the country's socio-economic challenges, saying the technology presents fresh opportunities for growth, innovation, and job creation. Finally, on the foreign scene, U.S. President Donald Trump continued to assert U.S. interest in the takeover of Greenland ahead of traveling to Davos for the World Economic Forum in Switzerland. That's the size of a bulletin at this hour, as put together by the production team and edited by Compassion Adebayo. I am Caleb Obisheson. Thank you for listening.
Number 1. There is something magical about those two words. For you to be number one radio station, you've got to be number one in the reading book of your listener. The number one station they can rely on for up-to-date news, sport news, maximum entertainment.